a 8.5 by 11 document called InDesign Color Separation. Oh. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. We're going to go ahead and take a look at what happens here as we create this. I'm going to make a series of boxes, and I'm going to put some fill in here. In this particular fill, I'm going to add a new swatch, and I'm going to choose a Pantone CMYK coated. So when you choose the Pantone coated, it'll give me all these extra choices of colors. And I'm going to find this rose color red. And I'm going to type in here that this is my Pantone color. And that is what we would call a swatch when you see the color individually and you pick it maybe from a swatch book from the Pantone. So I'm going to make this impact. There we go. And I'll make that correction. If I needed to know that particular color, I could double click on it, and here would be my numeric for my color. So I just picked up that swatch color, and that is the code for that particular color. And I'll make that a little bigger. I'm going to then make a series of boxes here. And these will be filled with my cyan. I'm going to copy these. These will be my magenta. And then these will be my yellow and black. So I'm going to kind of resize these all together when I select them so that they're sizing all together. And then I'm going to copy this color. Make this a little bit smaller. Move these up. I don't want any black outlines on these. And then I'm going to repeat this color down at the bottom, just as a little swatch on the bottom. So if you could set up your file this way, These boxes, so I'm going to have 100%. This will be tinted at 50. So I'm going to go up here and tint that at 50. This is going to be my cyan. This will be my magenta. This will also be magenta. And I'm going to tint that at 50. This will be my yellow. This will be yellow. And I could have chosen these both at the same time. So if you see this, I can choose both to be black to speed up this process. So you can do multiple selections to copy paste your files. And I want that at 50. So we have 100% and then we have our 50% tint. And then I'll put that a little, tuck that in. And I'm going to type out the word cyan. So cyan, this is strange. I don't have, for some reason, my keyboard lost my Y. So normally I would type that out as cyan. I don't have a Y anymore on my keyboard. It just stopped today. So bear with me on this while I go through this. I can't spell out the word cyan. So it'll look like can. I'm going to change my type, so I'm going to do Command T to bring up my character box. Make this a little bit larger. And this will be cyan at 100%. I'll put this in white for paper. And I'm just going to go ahead and kind of copy paste this over and over. And I'll put this at 50%. And again, this should say and I'm just using my quick guides. You can see these sort of launch or show up on my screen to help me level this left and right so that these are fairly uniform. These quick guides are very handy to have. I could pull out blue lines, and these non-printable guides you pull out from your ruler. You can pull them out from the top and the bottom. So if I'm trying to line up text here, this would be one way to do that. And then you can manipulate these boxes with your arrow tools on your keyboard. So I'm going to respell this as magenta. And then I'll have to pull this out. Just copy paste. And this is my yellow. And again, I don't have a Y. So what I'm going to do is press Command I, and I'm going to see if this will pick up my Y. Perfect. So now I'm going to trick this computer to pick up my Y. Command V, copy paste, and I feel like that is a solution. So for whatever reason, my keyboard here stopped using my letter Y. It can't be selected. So it caused a little problem, but I find if I keep that in my clipboard, um, I'm able to just copy paste it where I need it. But I do need that word cyan to pop up. So I don't have it as a capital Y. That is a problem. If I press Command C, or I'm sorry, Command S, you'll see that this asterisk will disappear. That means that I've saved the file and it'll ask where I want to go. So the quick keyboard for saving is Command S. And I want to show you how this prints in separation. So I have this saved. I'm going to go ahead and go to print. And what I want to do here is go through my setup. I'm going to choose marks and bleeds. This will also give me crop marks, bleed marks, registration, color bars, and page information. So up here, you'll see all these bits of extra information will appear. This document will resize because I did have it set up as an 8.5 by 11. The software will automatically resize this file so it'll be slightly smaller. So if this was a real client file, I would want to print this out on either larger paper stock than my US letter because this will automatically scale to fit. We don't see this, but you'll note it in the crops and bleeds and when you go to output it. Here's the big thing that we want to do for our separations. We're going to ask for a postscript file. So this postscript file, instead of asking for our local printer, and this is what we have in the Mac lab, this is going to save it as a postscript file. And here I want to choose a separation. So this is going to give me my colors here. And I'll check my color management. And strangely enough, on my inks, it didn't include my Pantone color swatch, which sort of has me worried, but we'll see what happens. I'm hoping for the best. So when I go through here, I'm just double checking everything. I could save this as a print preset if I wanted to. So I could give it a name or call it my CMYK SEPs that I've previously set up. And I'm just going to double check that everything is here. My trapping is off. I could choose trapping or application build-in. I don't want anything flipped, but sometimes you would want like negatives to be outputted instead of positives. And I'm going to go ahead and go to page setup, double check everything. And in here sometimes my PDF doesn't work either, but sometimes these options are available to also save as preview PDF and save as postscript. In this particular computer, for some reason, the that option is not available to me. So I'm going to save this as a postscript. It's going to end up saving. I cannot have this extension for an InDesign file, so I'm going to remove that. And I'll go ahead and print. It'll try to print this, and when I go into my file manager, here is my file, my postscript file. If I drop and drag this on my previewer, it'll pop up my file. or even double click on it. So let's see if that'll load. Here we go. This is what I wanted. So this is the file that I wanted, and this will show me my cyan. This is my cyan plate, my magenta, and my yellow, and my black. And that's how you will be showing your separations. I'm going to go ahead and save this, and it automatically converted it to a PDF. So it'll save it to, I'll choose where I want to save it to. The format will be PDF, and I'll choose save. And that's how you go about creating your separations. So I'm going to turn off my QuickTime player, and I hope that helped you with your color separations. So next time you need a separation, that's how you would use it.